Well, it's Christmas Day, and there's our little tree with Mr. Elephant and Pinkie Pie. And today we're going to do something different. Today is July 25th, and the stores all celebrate Christmas on that day. And no YouTube, that's the little tinkle tinkle of the music box. So there's no infringement on nobody. So, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We got the tree all lit up. So, let's see if we can get the board better for you today. Today is July 25th of 2022. It's Christmas Day, Monday. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. So what a good cool morning. And it's supposed to be only in the 70s today for a nice Christmas day. So today we're going to do a flame tree. I got the seeds from Scott from Let's Do Bonsai. And this tree has a great ability to tolerate poor soils and hard pruning. So we're going to use Jay's soils today. Now first I'm going to show you the tree, the seed right here. Now this one, the seed was so hard on it, the roots started coming up. And it was drying out at the tip, but the root was still green. And the little leaves were just trying to come out. So what I had to do is go in there and be ruthless and crack that seed open with scissors. And I put the root in, and now the seed is starting to grow. So never give up on your seeds. So here's our flame tree that we started on 1/21 of 22. And I think this one was the same day just about. But this one's growing real nice. So Scott, let's see what we can do with it. So I got my pot. I gave it a good washing from the outside. This is about the best side. The other side's a little wrinkly. And since the holes are big, I got a little screen on there so Jay's soil won't fall out. But the first thing I'm going to do, and yes, I got my Christmas shirt on. It's a little lighter than the other one. Otherwise, I'd be sweating my head off. But we're going to take this out the best way we can. And you can see the nice roots on it. So we're going to put it in water. And we're going to get most of that soil off the best we can. Let me see if you can see it better this way. So I have to work with it in the bucket of water to loosen up all the roots. It's an easy way to loosen up the roots for yourself, and just use your little chopstick and just peck away at it. And then we can see what we got. Now we didn't grow this in no peat pellet or cocoa core pellet or whatever else they use. We just used plain old mix. I think it was 50%. No, I think it was perlite, peat, and worm castings. So by doing this, and then I have vermiculite on the top to hold in the moisture a little bit. Now with that good rain we had for the last 2 days, it turned out pretty good. Now by doing this in the water, and all you do is tease it gently. Now I'm going to show you how nice everything came off on the roots. Plus we didn't get our table dirty, so I don't get my Christmas stuff dirty, and I have to put it away for Christmas after today. And you can see the nice root system. Now it has a nice flare out here, but it's got a big tap root over here. So I'm going to take my ironwood long nose, and don't forget, ironwood tools for Christmas. A great gift for your gardening spouse or children that are into gardening. And just type in my name in the code, NOWAK, and Janet and Claire over there will give you a nice little discount. But there's our tree, and we got a nice radial root base there. Now I'm going to let the tree sit in the water until I can get the pot ready. So I'm going to get Jay's Tropical Blend out. and I'm going to get my measuring cups, and yep, I put them over here so I don't lose them. And here's his blend. So, okay, Tom, you got to get in there so the people can see what you're doing here. There we go. I'm going to hold the screen down, put a light layer on the bottom. Now I'm going to do something completely different, which I haven't done and showed you. I got some good old Dr. Earth organic fertilizer. It's a 222 blend, and it has beneficial soil microbes plus mycorrhiza inside. So all I'm going to do is just on the bottom is I'm going to just take a little bit of that fertilizer and sprinkle it on the bottom, because the roots are going to be on the top, just like that. And then after I got that in there, we're going to take some more soil and put it on the top. Are you going to say, Tom, what's in the tropical blend? I don't know. I never looked at it. It just says tropical blend. Ingredients: double sifted pine bark fines, coarse river sand, number 3, calcium clay. It's all hand mixed, dried, and bagged. So it's by Tiny Roots. So thank Jay from Blue Jay Bonsai. So now we got that in there. So let's see how our little tree is going to look in there. We're going to take our roots and put them over the top, just like that. And with that little bit of taproot that I cut, I'm going to take a little bit of Azus and just sprinkle a little in there. And then I'm going to take our Micus and put some of that in there to give the roots a little start. And then I'm going to take my small measuring cup. You can get these cups at Walmart. They're cheap. They're not that bad. I like these little ones for little positions here. We're going to try to get this in the middle the best we can. And then I have to do my research on the tree. I'm going to just jiggle it so we get a little higher in the pot. So we're just about in the middle or a little offset, but that's okay. And then I'm going to get some more of the soil. Jay, this is a pretty good soil. I can't believe it. So we're just going to put it in there. Just like that. And then we're going to take our spray bottle. But before we do that, I'm just going to take my chopstick and just gently prod the soil into the roots. There we go. Now you can always decorate your tags. And I wrote on this in pencil. And with all that rain and wind and stuff blowing around, you can see pencil works the best. Holds on good. Number 2. Number 2 pencil. There we go. Letting it in good. Now, we'll get Mr. Elephant. Yep, Freddie, Mr. Elephant says hi and Merry Christmas in July. So here we go. Just going to give it a good watering on the top. Let it soak in. Let's put Mr. Elephant here for the time being. And we're going to take some more of our soil and And just put the rest on the top. Because I wanted the soil to settle. That's why I water it in stages. Because sometimes if you water it, even though it looks like it's going through, there's still sometimes dry pockets, so that's why I try to water it in stages a little bit. Just like that. Now, let's put our cups on the side here so I don't lose them and leave them in a bag. Just like that. Now we'll spray it to get the surface tension out. I'm not doing no cutting. They said that on a flame tree you can give it a hard pruning before it comes out of dormancy in the spring. And it likes to be pruned in the summer too. So you can prune it to shape if you have to. All right, now we're going to let it grow until it gets some vim and vigor on it. Mr. Elephant's going to give it a nice little watering. There we go. And Jay, I want to thank you for the beautiful soil. And Scott for this great looking seeds on this Christmas morning. And on Christmas morning, what's Tom going to do? He's got to do weeds. Seems kind of silly, but what are you going to do? Now, I have, let's see, where'd he go? Here he is. A nice little guy. Sitting, he looks like he's fishing, so I'm going to have to make a fishing pole for him later. But we can stick him under the tree here. Like there. And then, with my finger, make a little indentation here. I'll have to make a fishing pole for him. There we go. Let's put our tag here so we don't lose it. And then maybe I'll have to find a rock for the corner. And, well, I have to find all my... That's one thing I didn't bring was my water. Oh well, I'll put it in later. Then I'll put the rock in later. We'll let it grow, and then I'll show you an update on it later on in the season. But there you go. That's our little flame tree with our little fisherman. So don't be afraid. Give it a try. And by using the water, you can see how easy you can take all the soil off the roots. Now I'm going to let the other flame tree grow. I gave it a shot of organic fertilizer this morning. Dr. Earth. I like using Dr. Earth. He's got good stuff and fertilizers. So, let's get the camera up a little bit. Let's get you into the Christmas spirit here for today. And what I like to do, what I did last night, is that I put in, let's see, let me get all this stuff out of the way. I put in a nice, let's put our tree under the tree. Before I do that, I gotta put this here. There we go. And there's Mr. and Mrs. Snowman in their little box car made into a house. But what I did is I put on, you can put on tonight, they got on YouTube, they got a fireplace going and they got Christmas carols, but they got the old-fashioned Christmas carols with the harp. And a lot of people, I know harp music is great and it's cool for Christmas carols. So try that out. And as Jay Bellinger would say, Merry Christmas and a Happy Labor Day. Because that's what's coming up. That's a cool one, Jay. And as Tiny Tim would say, we get ourselves a cup of tea, put on the fireplace, with the crackling, shut the lights off, sit back with your loved one, relax, listen to the old Christmas carols, the old ones, not the new ones, the old ones, back in the day when Christmas songs were Christmas songs, and just listen to them, and with the fireplace crackling, the lights off, a cup of tea going. I got my teapot and my cup over here with some Sadaf tea, and we'll make some tea later on tonight. So you take care, and as Tiny Tim would say, God bless us, everyone.